So, I got home from work yesterday, and my girlfriend decides to tell me that she has a surprise for me. And I'm like, yeah, what's that? She said, today, I'm going to take you to a massage parlor. Well, my first time at a Chinese massage parlor, you know, in the back of my head had always been an experience I would experience with myself. But it didn't work that way. So we hop in the car and we go to this Chinese massage parlor. Now listen, I've never been to one of these things before, so I'll admit I was a little bit nervous. And I'm just thinking in the back of my head, what if like we get in there and she makes me strip down butt naked and she starts playing with my wiener, or maybe she's just rubbing on me and a tent accidentally gets pitched. Yeah, I get a Woody. Okay, let's just say that. That's gonna be embarrassing. So, I'm contemplating all these things in my head. I'm a little bit nervous, but we stop, get some food. I'm like trying to forget about it and whatnot, and we get there, and well, it was in the hood. So it's in this big strip mall in the hood, and I'm like, well, huh. And you can tell it's in a hood because there's a cell phone / vape store right next door, and then a bar on the other side. I'm like, all right. And it just says Chinese touch. Well, they did some touching, all right. Immediately, as soon as we get out of the car, I'm sketched out. Okay, we get out of the car. As soon as we get out of the car, there's this guy walking down the street screaming at himself. He's having a horrible day, just angry at himself. I'm like, red flag number 1. Here we go. Okay, we got paranoid schizophrenics walking down the street arguing with themselves. We're off to a good start. All right, so then we go inside. Well, we get inside this place, and I hate that I observe my surroundings so much. I do it everywhere I go. I'm always paying attention to detail, and I hate myself for it because then it puts me in situations like this. We go in, this Chinese lady comes out, she's all happy, smiley. We told her we had an appointment. We give her the money, and my girlfriend's paying her. She gives her, the tip up front just so that way, maybe we get a little extended time, whatever, whatnot. She gives her a good tip, by the way. And, I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, and they got like a big curtain in the lobby, and on the other side of the curtain is like a mattress and a bunch of other stuff I can't really see. And I'm looking at the floor, and there's like stains on the floor. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to try to ignore that. And then I'm like looking at the chairs in there. The chairs are dirty. There's like random people's hats and glasses on the windowsill. I'm just sketched out, all right? I'm panicking at this point. I will not sit down. So I'm just like standing. And my girlfriend's sitting down, and she's like looking at me laughing because she could tell that I'm paranoid and I'm just skittish about this whole situation. Well, the Chinese lady comes back out like 5 minutes later, and she yells at me and tells me to sit. I'm like, okay, that's how we're going to do this. I give you the money, and you yell at me. All right, off to a good start. I love it. Well, finally the time comes. They come back and get us. We go back into this room, and she's reading me the rules on the wall and stuff. You can't ask them for a happy ending and all that. And you can take all your clothes off if you want, or you can leave your underwear on. And I was looking at this Chinese chick, and she was an older lady, probably in about her 60s. But she was giving me some weird looks, and I felt like she just wanted to violate me. So I was like, you know what? I'm keeping my underwear on. So I wrap up in this towel, and I lay down in this bed. My girlfriend does the same. We put our faces down in this hole, and they come in, and they start getting everything together, and she starts rubbing on me, and she goes in smooth, and everything's all right at first. Like the first 5 minutes, everything's going great. I take a peek over at the old lady. She's doing all right. She's getting rubbed on. Her Chinese lady's not quite as old as mine, but she's giving, I see her getting in there and doing her thing. Well, I think my Chinese lady just had a bad week. I think somebody cut her off in traffic. Somebody stole something from her. Somebody pissed her off. Something happened. There was something buried inside of her that had been bothering her, and she's been bottling it up, okay? Because let me tell you what happens. She goes from, nice and gentle, sweet. I should have told her it was my first time, so she could have took it easier on me, but she didn't. The first 5 minutes was great. Next thing you know, she decides she wanted to take all the frustration out that she's been bottling up for the last week, 2 weeks, maybe the last month on my body, okay? She came in smooth, started off great. The next thing you know, this crazy little bitch gets up on the table, okay? She's on the table. This is my table. I'm laying on the table. She gets on the table and starts digging her fucking elbow into my spine. And I know she can hear me. I'm in the fucking chair going, I know she heard me grunting because it hurt. And she said, hey. And then she had the nerve to talk about, you like? That's all she heard. I know that's all she could hear. So eventually, she climbs down and she's like, fucking digging her fucking knuckles like into my rib cage. And I'm just, and my girlfriend, she's just over there, her massage lady, just living her best life. Okay? Well, after mine climbed up on my back, her toes are in my fucking ass, and she's digging her knuckles and her elbows into my back and just having her way with me. And I'm thinking, I'm sitting there in this chair just getting physically abused, and I'm thinking, it can't get no more. It cannot get any worse than this. I spoke too fucking soon, is what I did. This next part is not my favorite. Okay, this was the worst part of the whole situation. Finally, she climbs down off the table. She gets off of me. And I'm like, okay, now that she's taken out all of her traffic abuse on my body, maybe, the next step of whatever's about to happen here gets a little better. She's relieved her stress and fucking put it into me. So maybe now things will start smoothing down and she'll actually massage me and give me what I came here to get. In the back of my head, when I first got in here, she was giving me these weird looks, man. And I'm like, something doesn't feel right. I feel like she wants to do something weird to me. I feel like she's got a grudge against America and she's about to take it out or put it in on me. So, after she climbs down off of me, she pulls my towel down real slow. And I'm like, wonder what's happening now. She takes my underwear. She pulls my boxers all the way down to my kneecaps. And the first thing I could think is, here we go. New fucking fear unlocked. This is what's about to happen. I know it. She's going to finger my ass. I know it's going to happen. She's going to slip it in. She's like, fuck you, America. Or something. I just know it's coming. I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm sweating profusely. I just felt like a little tear run down my cheek. I was a nervous fucking wreck. So I'm like, here we go. Here we go. She pulls my fucking boxers down to my kneecaps, and then she just disappears for like 40 seconds. You know how fucking long 40 seconds is when your underwear's around your kneecaps? Well, then she finally, I see her little feet come back in. I'm like, okay, hopefully she's about to rub my ass. Let's just fucking block out all the horrible thoughts. And let's just think like, yeah, she's going to get in there and just rub my butt. I love it when my old lady rubs my butt. It's going to feel great. And she didn't rub my butt. I'll tell you what this bitch did. She gets her fucking little Chinese hands and she puts them underneath my pelvis, okay? And she pops my ass up in the air. I'm like, yep, here it comes. I'm fucking freaking out. She's got my ass in the air, okay? I'm like, what's about to happen? My fucking heart's beating out of my chest. My mouth's all dry. I'm sweating everywhere. I'm like, I'm about to get fucking fingered. I know it. This is coming. It's coming. Well, she didn't stick her finger in my ass, which I'm very thankful for. But the next thing that happened, it's just like, I just wish it didn't happen. I wish it didn't happen because now, okay, let me just tell you. She got her fingers under my pelvis. She pops my ass up in the air like she was about to fucking smack my ass and tell me I'm a pretty little whore. But That's not what happened. She puts my ass up in there. She walks around to the front of the table. I'm paying attention to her feet this whole time. Okay, which, by the way, they don't like to spend a lot of money on their shoes. She gets around to the front of the table. I hear some things clicking around. And the next thing you know, she comes over and she, like, rubs on my ass one good time. She didn't smack it. I almost wish she would have. Just to let me know everything's okay. But she rubs on my ass one good time, and then she disappears for another 40 seconds. And I'm like, okay, what's about to happen? And then, she takes, like, this hot lotion. And she just, like, grabbed a handful of hot lotion and just, like, fucking threw it on my back. Picture this. You're in a bed, your ass is in the air, and your fucking pants are around your ankles, and all of a sudden you feel some kind of hot liquid get shot all over your back. Do you know what that fucking feels like? I've never in my life felt more like a cheap whore. I swear to God, I wouldn't have known the difference if there was a little, like if she invited one of her little Chinese brothers or something to come in and just shoot a load on my back. That's what it felt like. It felt like a Chinese man just shot a hot load on my back. So now I have to go through the rest of my life saying that I know what it feels like to be in the doggy style position and have a fucking load blasted on my back. Now, I know you probably just think I'm being over dramatic. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably go out and get these massages all the time. My old lady told me I'm being over dramatic, and it's just, you know, the massage oils, and they're supposed to be warm and all this shit. It didn't feel right, and I don't ever want to go back. She rubbed it in, and she gave me a massage, and just got super aggressive all over again. Now this time it was wet and aggressive. And, you know, I didn't like it. I never want to go back. I'm pretty sure that I need to speak with a counselor about this because I don't feel right. I took a hot shower when I got home, and it just, I couldn't get the thought of what just happened out of my head, and I just don't feel normal anymore. I feel filthy. That's what I feel. So, yeah. If I had to rate it, I'd say a fucking 0 out of 1,000 is what I'd say. My old lady had the nerve to ask me when we leave there. She said, did you enjoy it? Did I fucking enjoy it? I feel like a cheap hooker. She was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. I said, yeah, because you've had hot loads blown on your back, but this was my first time. Not to mention my body was fucking physically abused by a 70-year-old Chinese woman that apparently just had it out for America, or men, one of the two. But my shit hurts today. My neck just sore as a motherfucker. My lower back's all fucked up. I'm walking weird, and I just feel cheap, nasty, and disgusting. I don't like it. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend.